Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Rita. So today I thought I'd take you through everything that I have packed for my hospital bag. As you can see, there are quite a few items to go through, but what I think I'll do is I'll split this video out into two sections, part one and part two. Part one being everything that I've packed for my partner and myself, so mum and dad in this case, in this suitcase, rollable suitcase. And then probably in part two, everything that I've packed for baby, which is everything in this instance in this changing bag here. And I will show you everything that I've packed for baby, as well as some additional accessories such as feeding pillows, pram suits, car seats, what have you. And so I'll take you through everything. So I'm currently in my third trimester, and the due date of this baby is rapidly approaching, and I don't want to be caught out in the last minute panic and not have everything ready. So I've pre-packed all my bags here, as you can see, and what I'll do is I will go through bag by bag, item by item, and show you what I've packed. So to help me make sure that I've not forgotten anything, I have done quite a lot of research. I've asked my midwife for their advice on items to pack, and they had given me quite a comprehensive list. I've also seen other content creators and what they've packed in their hospital bag just to give me some ideas. I've been on Pinterest. You know, they have the posters of the all essential items that you need to pack in your hospital bag. So I've gathered lots of different resources to hopefully come up with an all-encompassing, quite comprehensive list of everything that you should also pack in your hospital bag. Now, everyone is slightly different, of course. Every birth is going to be different. We are really aiming to have a water birth. A water birth might not be suitable for you, so therefore the items that you pack might be quite different from the items that we've packed. But hopefully this will give you quite a good idea and prepare you for your hospital bag. So let's just dive right into it and get started with the mum and dad bag. So first of all, the reason why we have chosen this suitcase is because it's quite small. It's a cabin size suitcase, but at the same time it's wheelable. So my thoughts on this is that when we get discharged from the hospital and we're coming home, my partner can be carrying the baby in the car seats, and I can be wheeling this out of the hospital. I just want to make sure I'm not carrying a heavy bag and that the weight isn't unevenly distributed on my body. So if I had a weekend bag, a holdall for example, that would be over my shoulder, and then it'll be weight on one side of my body, and I'll just be unbalanced. Let's open this up and see what we have. So as you can see, the bag is quite full, but the most important thing that you need to take with you is your maternity notes. Now my maternity notes came in a folder, so this is what my maternity notes look like, and it's got all my scans, measurements of the baby, and everything else like that. Additionally, I've also got my birth preferences in here as well. And it's really important that you make your own birth preferences, just so that on the day you're not being asked a million questions by the midwives or the doctors, consultants, what have you, and you know quite clearly in your mind what your preferences are. And I think that would hopefully lead to a smoother labour, because you don't want to be interrupted if you're trying to breathe through your contractions or your surges and you're being asked this, that and the other. So make sure everything's there. Make sure you have your maternity notes. So for me, I still have a couple of appointments with my midwife prior to my due date. I actually have put my maternity notes at the top of my suitcase so that when I'm going to my midwife appointments, I can just grab this quickly out the top of my suitcase, and then when I return home, make sure that I pop it back into my suitcase. So in this bag there are quite a few items. I'm going to try my best and kind of go through them in some kind of category by category order. So the first couple of items I would like to show you in my suitcase is the things I think I'll need for labour. As mentioned, we're trying to have a water birth, and so for that I have packed my bikini. So this is what I'll be wearing in the birthing pool itself. Then I have taken and packed a couple of towels. I've taken quite a few towels actually, just because I don't know what the hospital will provide. So I have taken a kind of like a sports towel here. This is something that was purchased quite a while ago from Primark. It's something that I used to take to the gym when I used to shower in the gym, but I thought this would be quite a good towel. It's kind of like a sweat towel, kind of like a terry towel, and so if I need to come in and out of the pool, then I don't have to be reaching for the same towel, and that towel will get wetter and wetter with each time I'm coming in and out of the birthing pool. So the idea is that I've got a couple of different towels here, and so hopefully I can just pick up a dry one each time. Hopefully I won't be coming in and out that frequently. So the other towel that I have is more so like a travel towel. So as you can see, these are quite thin towels, just because I didn't want something too bulky in the suitcase and too heavy. And once they get wet, then yeah, it's not great to have something that won't dry so easily in your bag full of all your other clothes. And then I've got this other towel for baby. When baby comes out, it's kind of like a hair towel. I'm sure that the hospital will also have towels if needed, but I didn't want to solely rely on that. So we've got a couple of towels just to make sure that I can get in and out of the pool easily and stay warm and dry. Then moving on, we have got some sleepwear. So this is a nightshirt that I have bought purposely for the occasion. It isn't anything special, just something I bought from Tesco's, and I wanted something which was dark in colour. Again, this is probably something I might need to wear prior to getting into the birthing pool, just in the earlier stages of labour. It kind of keeps me covered up, but because it's a night shirt with easy access to the bottom half, again, if midwives need to do internal examinations. So I thought this was quite a good idea. Next, we have another sleepwear option. So this is probably something that I'd wear probably post-birth, because this gives me easier access to feeding. I could just like remove a strap, drop a strap down, and then feed the baby if necessary. But also, because it's a night dress, then it kind of gives again the midwives access to do any examinations and checkups, what have you, to the bottom half of me. And just because I probably will be in the ward by then, I've also got a matching, which I would actually quite like, matching robe. So again, just something to wrap around me should I feel a bit cold or if the ward is a bit drafty. Though saying that, I have heard and I have spoken to the midwife, and they say that maternity wards are generally speaking quite warm, so you don't want necessarily a really thick, fluffy, fleecy robe, just because they keep the wards quite warm, because the babies, the newborn babies, aren't able to regulate their body temperature yet, and so they do have those wards, the maternity wards, quite warm. Then I've also packed 2 nursing bras. So these are nursing / pumping bras, and the reason I've purchased these is because I've read online that if you can get a bra that does both jobs, then you're not constantly needing to change from a specific pumping bra to a specific nursing bra. So this is a 2-in-1, and I haven't worn them yet. These are brand new. So you unclip the first clasp, and underneath you've got another layer whereby it will hold the pump if you're breast pumping. So excited to be trying out these. As mentioned, these are new. I bought these off Amazon. So I've got one in black and also another in a nude or beige kind of colour. Then I have packed with me the biggest, fullest briefs that you've probably ever seen. I got these in Primark just because everyone says you need full briefs. Again, whilst I am aiming for a pool birth, I might end up with a C-section, so I do want underwear that will kind of cover any incision lines and things like that. But also you need kind of full briefs just to make sure it can hold the maternity towels. There's no point bringing thongs or bikini briefs or Brazilian briefs because they won't really work with the maternity towels. I did ask my midwife if we needed maternity towels and she said it was essentially a must-have. So have the maternity towels here. In this case, I got these from Boots, as you can see, and they've got 10 towels in them. Hopefully I won't be in the hospital for too long, and I think 10 towels should be more than enough. Additionally to that, I've also got disposable maternity briefs. So at the time I wasn't sure if I needed the maternity briefs in addition to the maternity towels, but the maternity towels will be a lot more absorbent, especially in the first few days. And it might be the case that I put the maternity towels in the disposable briefs. And if things get really messy, then just throw everything away and dispose of it that way. Or I might just use these with the full briefs and use these maybe later on down the line. Haven't decided how it's all gonna work, but I have this just in case it comes in handy. Then moving on, I have also packed some, again, disposable breast pads to go inside bras, just in case the milk comes through early or I'm leaking colostrum. Then I've got something that will be able to capture it and I can dispose of them. I've only taken 5 disposable breast pads just because, generally speaking, your milk doesn't come in until about day 3, anytime from day 3 to day 7 is what I've been told. And so you don't actually need that many breast pads in your hospital bag, but it's always a good idea to take a few with you. Then other things I have packed are very, very important, again, for the purpose of being in the pool. I have taken flip-flops. So it was advised to take flip-flops just so that you can move around the ward easily if you're staying for a few days, but also just for hygiene reasons. If you want to take a shower before or after birth, then you don't have to go in there with bare feet. So flip-flops would be great. And you don't want to be slipping around as well if you've just climbed in and out of the birthing pool. So again, for safety as well. Safety and hygiene, flip-flops. Additionally, I've also taken and packed 2 pairs of warm socks, just in case, for whatever reason, I find the ward cold, then I can put on my socks and move around the ward that way. And I can also use the socks with the flip-flops if I'm super cold. So that's that. I also packed a sleeping mask. So this is the ones that you kind of get when you're on the airplane, like this. And I bought this from Primark, super cheap, very inexpensive. And somebody that I had watched on YouTube recommended packing these just in case you end up in a general ward or the maternity ward post-birth for a few days if you're needed to be kept in for a while. And with all the bright ward spotlights that you have shining onto you, you might just want to take a nap, get some rest, and a good way to do that, to zone out from everything else going on around you, is an eye mask. So it just darkens the room, you can kind of get some shut eye, rest and recuperate. So again, an eye mask. And this one's really, really nice. It's really soft and velvety on the inside and silky smooth on the outside. So yeah, eye mask. Then I packed some tissues. Then this is something I've ordered most recently. This is a postpartum abdomen support. It's like a belly bandit. So I ordered this off Amazon, and the idea is that once you've given birth, depending on if you need a C-section, if you have a C-section, the times that you put this on will be slightly different. I think if you have a C-section, they say put this on slightly later. If you have a vaginal birth and everything goes without complications, then you can put this on pretty much straight away. But the idea is that after you've given birth, your abdomen and like kind of your organs are a bit loose and out of place. Putting this on kind of just gives you a bit more support. It helps with your posture, and it aids recovery. So I bought this off Amazon quite cheaply, and we'll be taking this to the hospital again, just hoping that it helps. So essentially a postpartum belly band. And then in terms of clothing, the last couple of things are my going home outfit. So I wasn't overly precious about what I packed. I've just packed everything black, just from a mess point of view. I didn't want anything to get too messy, and black obviously hides all. So I had packed maternity leggings. Again, these are above the bump. So again, if it does turn out that I end up having a C-section, then I can wear this. It's on top, above any incision line. I should be fine with this. These are leggings that I have been wearing throughout my pregnancy as well. So I know that they fit, they're comfy, they're stretchy, which is important. Then I've also packed a maternity t-shirt. I've also just got a black jumper as well, just to keep myself warm. So that is everything I have packed for myself. We've also got a full bag of toiletries to go through. I think what I'll do is I'll probably tip this all out on the floor so I can find everything and kind of collate and categorize things to show you. So in my toiletry bag, for my partner and myself, I've packed some toothpaste and toothbrushes. So pack that. I've also packed some shampoo. These are the Molten Brown travel sized shampoos. And I've also got shower gel and body lotion. So we've packed those. I've also packed a sample size of Head and Shoulders, just in case. Just because I had it, I thought might as well pack it. Then I've got some prenatal vitamins. So I've got the Pregnacare Original that I would probably need to finish off. But then I've got the Pregnacare breastfeeding postnatal supplements as well. So I'm taking these to the hospital again, just in case I need to stay overnight for a few nights, then I don't want to be missing out on my prenatal vitamins. So I packed them in my toiletry bag. Other things I've packed are makeup. I mean, I don't tend to wear a lot of makeup anyway, generally speaking, but if I did want to take some photos with the newborn and my partner, then I could try and make myself feel a bit better, put on a little bit of makeup, make myself feel a bit more presentable. So I've packed some foundation, concealer, lipsticks, eyeshadow. I've also packed eyeliner, makeup brushes, just in case I want to make myself feel a bit better. Oh, I've got some blusher as well. And then this is a face scrub. I probably won't end up using this, but again, because it's so small, I have the space for it. I thought I'd just pack it just in case. I've also got a skin spritz. I thought this might come in handy if I'm going through labour and I'm getting rather hot and I need to feel a bit refreshed. Then I could spritz this over my face and feel a bit more clean and energised. Then I've also got some face cream. So this is face cream that I usually use. This is kind of like a sample / travel size, and I thought that would just work perfectly. A lot of people say because the maternity ward is kept quite warm that you want a lot of moisture on your face, you want lip balms and things like that, so this was super important. Then I've also got a nail file just in case my nails are long and I'm worried about scratching the baby. Got nail clippers as well. Don't think I'll be needing these again, but I've just packed them. Compact mirror. And then other things I have taken is hair accessories. A lot of other content creators have mentioned that tying your hair back is great for childbirth, for labouring, and especially if you're in the pool, you don't want to be having your hair all over your face. So I have an Alice band here, and I've got a couple of hair ties. So I've got 2 elastic bands, just in case one pings and breaks or I lose one. But I've also got these invisible clear hair hair ties as well. So different options for me to just pull back my hair. Got a comb. And I have also taken with me some paracetamol for myself, but also some ibuprofen for my partner, just in case we're up for a long period of time. My partner specifically is prone to headaches, so don't want him to be suffering in pain with a headache, so I've got him some ibuprofen just in case. And for me, I've got some paracetamol, again, just in case on the way home or upon discharging me from the hospital, I'm in pain from any tears or C-sections, or just because I've given birth, which will hopefully ease the pain. And then the other thing I've meant to mention is I've got and packed some headphones, which are all knotted up. But I've got some headphones. My plan is to do some hypnobirthing. I've downloaded some hypnobirthing tracks onto my phone. So I've got some headphones here. My partner is going to be taking his wireless headphones, but just in case we're in a panic and we forget to take them last minute, then I've got some plug-in headphones as a backup. So then we should be all kind of sorted from that point of view as well. And that is everything that's in my toiletry bag. So the one additional thing I almost forgot to mention is I've also packed a Peri bottle. So the purpose of a Peri bottle is that after you've given birth, obviously everything in your nether regions are sore, and so when you go to the toilet it can sting when you're going. And so what people recommend, or what is advised, is that you fill this Peri bottle up with warm water, not hot, not cold, warm water, and as you're going to the toilet you kind of squeeze this and aim at yourself so that it dilutes the urine and it stops the stinging sensation, or it lessens the stinging sensation. Also, this could be quite a good way for you to kind of clean yourself, because again, after giving birth, I'm sure that everything is going to be sore down there and you don't want to be wiping harsh tissues against yourself. So you can just kind of rinse yourself down with this as well. So I packed this as well. And that is everything that I've packed for me. But what I have in the suitcase as well is everything I've packed for my partner, and you'll see it's considerably less. So for my partner, I have packed, again, for the same reasons as myself, flip-flops. If he does end up in the birthing pool with me, then he can put on his flip-flops. I've also packed 2 pairs of socks, just in case he gets cold. Then additionally, I've packed 2 t-shirts, just in case one gets bloodied or what have you, gets covered with bodily fluids, you'll never know. But packed 2 t-shirts for him. I've packed a pair of joggers for him, just some casual relaxing sweatpants. Just again, I just want him to be super comfortable. He probably won't be wearing jeans or anything like that. Also, I have underwear. And I've also packed some swim trunks for him should he decide that he wants to go into the birthing pool. I do think it's highly unlikely that he'll go into the birthing pool with me. I don't think he's expressed any wishes or desires to do that. But just in case he changes his mind on the day, I don't want him to miss out on the opportunity and then have any regrets. So packed it just in case. So that's everything that I have packed for myself during labour and post-labour, but also everything that I've packed for my partner for a hospital bag. Please stay tuned for my next video, which is part 2, and I will go through everything that I've packed in this bag, which is the baby bag, but also all the snacks that we're taking, which actually feel heavier than the baby bag. There's a lot of snacks in here. And other things such as accessories for the baby as well. So please stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribed, and so you'll know when I'm posting that video up. But also, if you found this video insightful, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.